Welcome back, folks, to the Historically Speaking Sports Podcast, where we look back at the people, moments, and events that help shape the world of sports. This week, from August 9th through August the 15th, we've got Olympic greatness, a blockbuster hockey trade, a baseball labor battle, and the final victory of one of the greatest pitchers ever. So, let's get started. We begin on August 9th, 1936 in Berlin. The Olympic Games were being held in Nazi Germany, where Adolf Hitler's regime was attempting to use the Games to promote its ideology of Aryan superiority. Instead, the American athlete Jesse Owens became one of the biggest stars of the Games. Owens joined the United States 4x100 meter relay team, which won gold with a world record time of 39.8 seconds. It was Owens' fourth gold medal at the Berlin Olympics. He had already won in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and the long jump. 4 gold medals at one Olympics. Jesse Owens did not just win 4 gold medals, but he changed the story the Berlin Olympics was supposed to tell. Now let's jump ahead to 1988. On August 9th, the hockey world was stunned when the Edmonton Oilers traded Wayne Gretzky to the Los Angeles Kings. Gretzky was the biggest star in hockey, and he had just helped Edmonton win another Stanley Cup. Now suddenly he was going to Los Angeles. The deal reportedly included approximately $15 million in cash, along with players and draft picks. At the time, it was almost impossible to imagine the National Hockey League without Gretzky in Edmonton. But his move to LA turned out to be transformative. Gretzky helped bring unprecedented attention to hockey in Southern California and became one of the most recognizable athletes in America. The trade wasn't simply about moving one player from one team to another. It helped expand the reach of the National Hockey League and change business and cultural landscape of professional hockey. The great one had gone Hollywood, and hockey followed him. On August 12, 1994, Major League Baseball came to a halt. The Major League Baseball Players Association went on strike, ending the regular season and eventually leading to the cancellation of the World Series. It was only the second time in MLB history that the World Series was canceled. The first was in 1904, when John McGraw and the New York Giants refused to play the American League pennant winners and the defending World Series champion Boston Americans, now known as the Boston Red Sox. But the significance of the 1994 went far beyond the canceled postseason. Baseball had lost one of its biggest showcases, and fans had lost the opportunity to see a champion crowned. The sport entered one of the most difficult periods in its modern history, and the 1994 strike remains a reminder that business of sports can sometimes be just as powerful as what happens on the field. On August 15, 1993, at the age of 46, Nolan Ryan takes the mound for the Texas Rangers against Cleveland. Texas would end up winning the game 4-1, and Ryan earns his 324th and final career victory. Think about that. A pitcher who had spent more than 2 decades overpowering hitters was still competing at the highest level at the age of 46. Now, Ryan finished his career with 7 no-hitters and more than 5,700 strikeouts. His 324th win wasn't just a famous achievement, but it was his last. It marked the final chapter in one of the most extraordinary pitching careers baseball has ever seen. In other moments in sports history that we're celebrating anniversaries this week, on August 10, 1984, the United States Olympic basketball team defeats Spain 96-65 to win men's basketball gold medal at the Los Angeles Olympics. The American team featured future NBA legends Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, and Chris Mullin. 8 years later, all 3 would be members of the legendary 1992 Dream Team. On August 11, 1919, George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau established the Green Bay Packers, with the team name connected to the Indian Packing Company. More than a century later, the Packers remain one of the most historic franchises in all of professional sports.
Then on August 11th, 1929, Babe Ruth becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 500 career home runs, launching the milestone homer off of Cleveland's Willis Hewlin. The Yankees lost the game 6-5, but Ruth had made history. On August 12, 1978, New England Patriots wide receiver Darryl Stingley suffers a spinal cord injury after a hit by Oakland Raiders safety Jack Tatum during a preseason game. The injury left Stingley paralyzed and became a landmark moment in the continuing discussion about player safety in professional football. On August 14, 1920, the Olympic Games opened in Antwerp, Belgium. The Games introduced several traditions that remain part of the Olympics today, including the first Olympic oath, the release of doves symbolizing peace, and the flying of the Olympic flag. And finally, August 14, 1959, representatives meet in Chicago as the American Football League begins to take shape. Teams from Dallas, New York, Houston, Denver, Los Angeles, and Minneapolis-St. Paul received charter memberships. The AFL would eventually merge with the National Football League and leave behind one of its greatest legacies. We know it as the Super Bowl. And that's our look at this week in sports history, taking place August 9th through August the 15th. And 4 stories especially stand out. Jesse Owens and his 4th gold medal in Berlin, Wayne Gretzky's shocking move from Edmonton to LA, the 1994 baseball player strike that canceled the series, and Nolan Ryan's final Major League victory at the age of 46. But scattered around these 4 major moments are dozens of other stories that remind us why sports are so fascinating, and moments that change the way we think about sports. I'm Dana Augusta, and this has been the Historically Speaking Sports, the place where we give you the best of sports from back in the day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe by hitting that notification bell to let you know when we have more things coming out here on YouTube. So remember, every game has history, every athlete has a story, and every week there's something worth remembering.